week after a man armed with a machete attacked customers at a Northeast Columbus restaurant, the owner of that restaurant tells NBC4 he might be moving back home to Israel.
The fate of the Nazareth restaurant and deli may also be in question. We have live team coverage tonight. NBC4's Dan Perlman has reaction to the owner's decision. But first, Beth Del Ponte, who spoke with Hani Barazny about his decision to leave the U.S. Beth?
Mike, Hani told me he's really just fragile right now. Everything's still raw and fresh. He says he doesn't want to make any decisions that he's going to regret. And his wife says he really just needs to grieve and get away.
It's not easy to live with the guilt of seeing my best friend laying in bed because of me, in a bed of hospital bed, fighting for his life because of me.
It's been a week since customers and employees at Nazareth came under attack. Now that Hani Barazny has had some time to think about it all, he's starting to have a lot of questions and fear about the future.
I'm grateful that nobody died, but we don't have to die to get people's attention.
He says he wishes government leaders had shown more support to all of the victims by this point in time.
In Paris, a guy saves people on a train and he's a hero. I have a hero in my restaurant, a guy that saved lives, the guy that saved lives who took the bat and beat up the intruder.
Earlier today, Hani mentioned shutting his restaurant down and moving to Israel.
But I don't feel like I can stay here. At least if I go back to Israel, I feel protected. I feel that people feel my pain. I'm scared to be here for my employees, for my staff. I'm scared. At least I thought if I'm not here and people know that I'm not here, maybe they'll leave my staff alone.
But after a meeting with several employees, one of the things Hani contemplated will not be happening.
It breaks my heart because of my customers, because of my staff, and I'm glad that they're going to keep it going.
You heard him say it. They will keep it going. The restaurant will stay open. Hani just might not be running it, at least for now. The signs posted up here that they open up at 11 o'clock tomorrow. And I have to tell you, Colleen, so many people were coming here throughout the day. We've been here all day long, checking on the restaurant, trying to see when they'll be open. Some people thinking they were open today. A lot of confusion surrounding that. But Hani telling us he simply feels he needs to get away, but still nothing confirmed as far as his exact travel plans at this point, Colleen.
Yeah, you have to sympathize with him, though, Beth. What a troubling thing to witness and know that it might be tied to you and your nationality. Now, earlier this week, Nazareth reopened to a huge crowd that was eager to show their support after that horrific machete attack. NBC4's Dan Perlman is live with customers reacting to the possibility of the owner now leaving the community. Dan?
Yeah, well, you know, from customers to employees, everyone's in shock. No one saw this coming, but there is a general consensus to give Hani some time and let all of this sink in.
We're coming here today just because it's been a while.
It's a lunchtime, dinner time hotspot that almost exactly 1 week ago was a crime scene. Last Thursday, Mohammed Bari walked into the Nazareth Mediterranean Cuisine, swung his machete, injured 4. But Hani Barazny stood strong, cleaned the restaurant, reopened Monday with hugs and smiles. Now this. Hani says he's stepping away. He may move back to his native Israel.
Well, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
A decision tonight bringing emotion, sadness out of his most loyal customers.
I'm absolutely heartbroken. I lived in Israel for 6 years. And Hani's one of the few people that I can have a really good conversation with in Hebrew and Arabic. I'm heartbroken.
And I'm sure you can imagine this is getting a very big response on Facebook, on Twitter. One woman here writing, "We love Hani and we love the food. He is grieving and he is scared. He needs our love, support, and encouragement." I have spoken with some restaurant employees. They tell me the plan is still to reopen tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. For now, we are live in Northeast Columbus. Dan Perlman, NBC4.
Thank you so much, Dan. It was a week ago today that a man wielding a machete, we talked about it, walked into that Nazareth restaurant in Delhi and started slashing people. 4 people were injured. 3 of them had to be hospitalized. The man with the machete, later identified as Mohammed Bari, was shot and killed by Columbus police after he led them on a car chase. The FBI and Columbus police are still investigating his motives. And we're going to keep following this story and the investigation into the suspect's past. Head to NBC4i.com to look at all of the reporting that we've done on this so far.